right, it is early October, almost middle of October in the northern Midwest. So winter is on its way. It's going to be getting colder here. It already is getting colder, but it's going to be getting a lot colder here soon. And we have a long ways to go on our house project that we're working on. It is noon hour, and I'm running back from work, my 40-hour work week, or whatever you call it, my normal job, to normally what I always do. I try to get something done over the noon hour, try to eat something, and try to get something done over the noon hour. So I had this harebrained idea last night, since I'm not really posting videos, even though I'd like to. I always think I'd like to, because I have a lot of content that I've recorded, but I just never find the time to post it. So in the middle of the night last night, probably 2 a.m., 3 a.m., I'm laying there thinking about all the stuff I need to do on the house. And I'm like, what if I did a video a day of just pretty raw footage and just posted it? Because we have a really precarious situation where we're a family of 9, we have 7 kids, and we're living in a fifth wheel camper currently, and utilizing the house that we're working on just a little bit, where we have like the fridge in there, the freezer in there. We're using the house, but it's nowhere near ready to be done. This 100-year-old farmhouse that we are working on to live. It was completely renovating. We're completely gutted down to the studs. So anyway, as beginning of October, we're winding down the time where a camper is going to be really challenging to live in. And snow could happen really in October still, but normally not till November, December. But so I have a timeline of December 1st that we'd like to be in the house, out of our camper and in the house, which is 55 days from today. So I had thought, well, what if I did a video a day capturing what I do? Whoa, that's rough. Capturing what I do on a daily basis, which is basically trying to continually move forward. Continuous improvement, something I got to get done every day. So here I am, day 1 of 55, or counting backwards, 55, counting down. Heading back home over lunch hour to try to get something figured out, something done, do something, grab something to eat, come back to work, and then this evening I'll go after it again, try to get something done. Weekends, of course, are the biggest amount of time that I get stuff done. But currently we have, what's the current status? We have done a lot of plumbing, so I have fresh water, and I even have some wastewater plumbed in the house. So we've got like a washing machine going in there, but we do not have hot water yet. The reason we don't have hot water is I have a on-demand, what is the brand? Rinnai tankless hot water heater, but I don't have any propane to the house yet. So that's a big obstacle that we've got to get figured out yet before snowfall. We don't have a furnace situation figured out. We don't have the hot water heater hooked up, meaning we don't have hot water in the house. So that's a big thing, right? We got to have hot water in the house, and we got to have heat. Another thing is it's still 100% gutted. We just ordered 15 windows about a week ago, and their timeline of those is about middle of November. So current state, I have a bunch of work to do on the outside yet too, where I want to strip a lot of the old siding off and get it prepared for the new windows. I've got some framing to do for the new windows because the dimensions are slightly different. There was no headers on the old house, so that's slightly different. So there's 10,000 projects basically, right? And you try to prioritize them, but there's so much to do, so little time to do them, but that's kind of where I'm at. It's not insulated. We've ordered windows. We're getting close to getting it kind of enclosed in. We're making progress there. We have some of the water figured out. The water's coming in from the well. We've got it filtered. I've got a manifold system set up for the cold water, and I have the hot water heater. I don't have it hooked up because of the lack of propane. So those are the big items. I do have a meeting this week with a guy to help give me the parameters that I need for the propane tank. We have a 1,000-gallon propane tank, or yeah, 1,000-gallon propane tank that I need to get off a trailer. It's on a trailer. I got to get it off the trailer. I got to get it positioned. I got to see what I need done there, and then what I need from the guy today, or this week that I'm meeting, is I want to make sure that the size that I run, the pipe that I run from the tank to the house, is sufficient for the load, the demand of the house. I'm going to have at least 2 furnaces. I don't really know the BTUs yet on the furnaces. I imagine the main one will be like an 80,000 BTO, somewhere around there, but I'm not entirely sure. And then the attic one or the 3rd floor will be a smaller, I don't know, 30,000, 40,000, 20-some thousand. I don't know. I got to figure that all out. And then we'll have the hot water heater, and then we'll have the range, at least all of that stuff that has propane demand. So my limited understanding of propane is, depending on the demand of the house and depending on the distance from the house, depends on your diameter of your tube that you run and all this kind of stuff. So anyway, that's on the docket this week. I got to meet him. Also, yeah, stripping the house. I'm trying to rip off all the old siding and get it ready. I'm putting fan fold insulation on the outside, 1/4-inch fan fold insulation, which gives me an R value of 1 on the outside. I have a lot of reasons why I'm gonna do a certain pattern of insulation. Probably not in this video, but in order for me to put on the new windows, I want to have that fan fold insulation around the window openings so that I can tape them, and then when I do the nail fin, they're nail fin windows, Marvin windows, then that'll go over the fan fold insulation, and then I'll tape around them and all that kind of stuff. But I want to have that ready by middle of November to have that ready. So anyway, my drive from work is about 10 minutes home, so I've got 8 minutes in, and I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do right now when I get home. I'll probably see what food I got around and get some food, and probably have 30-45 minutes. I have a meeting right at 1 that I got to be back to, so I've got maybe 45 minutes, 45 minutes to get something done. I'll probably get up on the scaffolding and check it out up there. Until then. All right, I'm back home. I got some food in me, and I don't have a lot of time today, maybe 15 minutes here. So I just want to do a couple things. Oh yeah, I lost my train of thought. So I have these big I-beams here that I got. They are 16 feet by 10 inches, and I believe it's a W8 by 58 beam. So what I would like to look at real quick, I'm just going to take a quick measurement in the house and see. It's going to replace a load-bearing wall right down the middle of the first floor. I don't know if I've said it's the house is a 30 by 40 old farmhouse. They call it a 4-square, built in 1918, 20, somewhere in there. And the first floor here is been, the whole house has been gutted, but this is the wall that I've got built for the left side of the beam, or for the south side of the beam. And then here's this wall over here that I've got built for the right side, or the north side. And then this middle chunk will all come out. And it separates the kitchen from the living room. So I just want to see this beam. I got, I feel like somebody's calling me. Junk mail, spam. I got this beam on Marketplace. So I am curious to see what, we're just gonna measure it out real quick from the edge of this wall and just see what we're dealing with here. Which that's 16 foot 2 inches there. So I gotta decide, because I think it's 16 foot 10 inches. And it'll be approximately 6 inches on both sides. I gotta think through that too, right? If it's gotta sit on 4 of them, 4 of the, transfer the weight from the beam and the rest of the house down into the basement. And it's in current state, I've got a 2x10 wall over here and a 2x8 wall over there. I'm gonna have to take that 2x8 wall and fur it out to make it a 2x10 wall. I built that a year, I don't know, last fall or in the winter. I don't remember when I built it, but it's been a while ago and I didn't have the beam yet. The more I looked into the beam, the more I realized that in order to hide the beam inside the wall, I needed to do a 2x10 wall at a minimum. So I'll fur that out on that side. But if I got 4 vertical 2x10s on this side, 1.5 inches a piece, that would make 6 inches, right? So 16 foot 2 inches from that side, and I got from the blocking, the bottom blocking that I did to the bottom blocking that I did over there, the base plates, I guess, if you will. I just got to decide what kind of look, we want. Over here, I'll probably talk to my wife too, and we're gonna figure this out. But this part right down here, there will be a wall that will go this way that will separate kind of a mudroom and pantry room over here. So I think I would like it to be a nice sharp 90 here, where it's seamless between that wall and this wall. I think that would make the most sense. And then we'll just build the beam in on this side based off of that measurement, I think is how we want it. Which might mean that this comes out another inch or 2 or 3. So it'll stick out a little bit beyond this, which I would just have to do that slightly different. That's my immediate reaction. Anyway, the other thing I want to do real quick before I head back to work over noon hour here is last night I started working on the front of the house, stripping the house off, taking these windows off. And so I have these openings in the front of the house on the second floor that, if you step back and see, this would be a bedroom here with a double side-by-side double hung windows. Makes a nice light, and then there's another double hung window over there behind some stuff. And then it's basically the mirror image of it on this side. So you can see this double window here, and then this double hung here. So what I'm curious about, what I want to measure right now, is I just want to measure the opening here and see what we're dealing with. I'll put this down real quick. This is my scaffolding out here. I just want to see what my width is here. And it's basically 6 feet by, what am I gonna buy here? 57.5. The reason that I want to know is there will be we've already ordered the windows. There will be basically 2 double hung windows that will go in this spot here. But I've got to get a shower surround on this floor, at least one. We've got a lot of drywall to get up here. It's going to be hard to go up the stairs the way they are. So I need to be thinking about how to get a couple of these things onto the second floor while the house is under construction. So for instance, I'll show you real quick. There's 4 bedrooms on this floor, and then there'll be 3 baths. So this is the main bathroom that will serve, you know, as it's not in a bedroom. This will be the main bathroom. We'll do a tub shower surround here. This will be changed a little bit. Obviously I got flooring and stuff like that there, but the tub shower will go here. I want to do a single piece tub shower surround, just because in my mind that's better, no seams. And I've got one that I want, I've got one that I like, but I think I'll have to come in from the windows over there. So that'll be the plan there. And then here's bedroom number 3 or 4, the master bedroom, which is currently all sorts of my tools and junk like that in here. And then the laundry room will be right down the center. So 4 bedrooms, 3 baths on this floor. And then the attic will have 2 bedrooms, or the 3rd floor. Whoa! The 3rd floor, rather, will have 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, and a living space. So I just wanted to measure that. 6 feet wide by, what was it, 50 some tall. So now I can do my measurements. I think that should be no problem getting that tub shower surround in here. And I'll have to think through what else. The other thing, just real quick here before I head back, is this is kind of what I've been working on just a little bit. This is what I've been doing under the soffit area. And I've got new soffit boards here. I got soffit lighting underneath here. I gotta kind of clean this up a little bit, but I'm just trying to insulate while I've got it. This is insulation that's been around at the acreage, so I'm just trying to use it up. And you might be wondering, well, how are you venting your attic? Well, all of the attic's gonna be finished. All of the 3rd floor is gonna be finished. So this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to seal it up as best as I can. I think it makes sense to me, but open to change my mind. So probably tonight I'll get the scaffolding pulled around the other side, and then continue taking off this old soffit boards on this side, maybe stripping off some of this top siding here, getting it ready for fanfold insulation. 1, 2, 3. Let's get started. Real good. Why is stopping me? The scaffolding out here. Oh. Yeah. So this is what I got done today, but I think I'll probably try to clean this up down here just a wee bit. Pick that up, throw it all in the pickup, and then call it a day.